Are you looking for the best gaming PCs? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best gaming PCs on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description. So make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. MSI Codex or Gaming Desktop. MSI Codex or Gaming Desktop presents some of the latest PC hardware for under $1,000. Included with this PC is the impressive budget processor. This MSI branded gaming build comes under $1,000 while offering features that are mostly absent in other alternatives. Whether users look at its specifications or the path to upgradability, it exceeds every expectation and delivers more than that. The PC is powered using a premium 650W gold-rated power supply that can provide up to 90% power efficiency on typical loads and generates less heat. It should be adequate even when upgrading to a higher-end GPU unless users are looking to get something like a 4090. The Core i5-13400F is what users get to complete their CPU-intensive operations, and an RTX 4060 from the latest ADA family not only excels in ray tracing compared to its predecessor but is also compatible with DLSS 3 frame generation. A custom air cooler is installed on the CPU for faster heat dissipation, and all of this hardware is hosted inside the excellent mid-tower that comes with pre-installed RGB fans and a full-length PSU shroud to hide the PSU, storage drives, and cable clutter. Moreover, a dedicated MSI gaming keyboard and mouse are bundled with the PC, featuring RGB backlighting. Number 2. SkyTech Gaming Nebula Gaming PC. SkyTech Gaming Nebula is powered by one of the latest Raptor Lake CPUs that features 10 cores and 16 threads, reaching core clock speeds of up to. For a price range of $800 to $900, there is a fantastic gaming build that is ready to take on the MSI Codex or with similar specifications. There are some minor changes to the specs, but the core configuration remains the same. Featuring the Core i5-13400F and RTX 4060, it will be as good as the MSI Codex or for a lower price. However, users will get half the VRAM and storage capacity, which may or may not be a deal breaker for many. Users who are more into gaming can opt for the SkyTech Gaming Nebula PC as it helps save some cash, but on the other hand, users who want higher productivity can opt for the MSI one. As for this PC, it is pretty much capable of maxing out most games at 1080p resolution, and with the DLSS 3.0 frame generation support, it will be easier to hit the 60 frames per second mark in many games even after turning on ray tracing. The mid-tower used is a spacious one that comes with 4x 120mm RGB fans for high airflow from the fully ventilated panel. The components are powered by a 600W gold-rated power supply, which should be plenty to swap the RTX 4060 with a mid-range GPU in the future. Number 3. Acer Predator Orion 3000 PO3-650UB91. Acer Predator Orion 3000 makes gaming and work possible on a budget. With its impressive specifications, it is ready to take on any CPU-intensive. Generally, most pre-built systems that feature the latest processors are costlier, which may limit upgradability. The Acer Predator Orion 3000 defies that norm and brings the Core i5-13400F processor for $700. This processor has now become the most popular mid-range chip in pre-built systems, particularly budget gaming PCs. Not only is it excellent at crunching numbers, but it also doesn't require any aftermarket CPU cooler. For gaming, users can leverage the power of RTX 3050, which is sufficient to play games on high settings and also supports ray tracing. The Orion 3000 provides users with a compact yet beautiful chassis that features an RGB fan on the front panel and a Predator logo on top. There is also a full-side tempered glass panel to take a glance at the hardware. The only problem with this chassis is that it is not as sturdy as some of the best mid-towers on the market. It's also micro ATX in form factor that won't allow installation of an ATX motherboard. But that's expected as it is much cheaper than PCs with similar specifications. Moreover, it also comes with a keyboard-mouse combo, 1TB PCIe Gen 4 SSD, and 16GB DDR5 memory, which indicates it uses the latest platform. Number 4. MXZ Gaming Desktop Computer. The MXZ gaming desktop computer is a beautifully crafted budget gaming build that offers several pre-installed RGB fans for ample cooling, and MXZ offers a lot of pre-built systems for under $1,000, and after going through several of them, GameRant found this model that offers satisfactory hardware for gaming at 1080p. While many PCs compromise on either the CPU or the GPU, the MXZ computer brings one of the best budget AM4 CPUs to gamers' rescue and a highly capable budget GPU, the GTX 1660 Super as well. This system can provide consistent performance across different titles on high settings and won't have any bottlenecking issues. Even though the Turing-based GTX 1660s doesn't have the ray tracing capability, it does bring 6GB GDDR6 VRAM for taking care of intensive graphics properties. All the hardware is hosted inside a generous mid-tower that has a full-length PSU shroud with a 450W PSU installed inside and can take care of the cable clutter. There is plenty of room to install large-sized components in this case, but it is recommended to check for the total power consumption before users attempt to do such, as 450W may limit the upgradability. Nonetheless, the PC build not only has appreciable specifications but also looks gorgeous with the help of those RGB fans installed at the front, rear, and top of the case. Number 5. iBUYPOWER Gaming RDY Y40BG22. Mainstream shoppers looking for mid-range pricing want a mix of performance and value, and the iBUYPOWER Gaming RDY Y40BG22 hits that bullseye. On the surface, this desktop looks like a machine that costs more, thanks to its cheap case, but it stays comfortably under $3,000. On the inside, our review unit is packing an Intel Core i7-13700KF CPU and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 Ti GPU, two smart upper mid-range picks that give you a load of power for your dollar. Our complaints are minor, and between the performance, pricing, and style, you'll find a lot to love with this pre-built PC. Even if your budget has room to go beyond entry-level pricing, it's still a budget, so getting a decent deal is still important. This classy desktop will please mainstream shoppers who are looking to play at 1080p or 1440p with super fast frame rates, or at 4K with more moderate ones. The pricing may extend to the upper edge of what you'd consider mainstream, but component prices have risen in the last 2 years, and it's thousands less than some of our high-end picks. Conversely, if you're content with 1080p gaming, you can find a cheaper alternative above. Number 6. Asus ROG G22 CH. While this desktop doesn't stack up to full-size towers in the way our high-end compact pick can, it's a great way to attain solid gaming performance and a space-saving design. The G22 CH starts at just $1,399, making it appealing to a wider audience, while our $2,499 review model shows how high it can soar. The Intel Core i9-13900KF and NVIDIA GeForce RTX 4070 in our review unit produced on-target 1080p frame rates despite the smaller design, though you can get a better deal on these parts in a more traditional tower. It's a steady performer with a nice design, and can scale for different budgets. The mainstream gamer shopping outside of true budget range should consider this desktop. Making high-performance PCs more compact is inherently more expensive, so you won't find much in the way of budget options in this class of gaming desktop. If you are strapped for space, this is a slim and slick tower, though expect some compromises on expandability, and, somewhat, on performance, for the design.